Like I get to see myself, because we don't get to see ourselves. Like other people get to see us, but we don't get to see ourselves. Hi y'all, I am back with another video. I'm so excited to talk about this. This is really, really important to me because it's boosted my confidence so much. It's like made me the best that I am. Like it's really done wonders for me. The fact that now I'm more intentional about it, it has just accelerated what it does for me. So I'm so excited to be talking to you guys about mirror work. Mirror work is a practice that involves going into the mirror and saying like affirmations to yourself, basically using your reflection to enhance your self-love. So like look at yourself and, tell yourself as if you're talking to yourself, because again, a mirror reflects, yourself. So it's a good practice because if you're saying affirmations to yourself and you can see yourself, it's like you grow this kind of like self-love for yourself. You grow this kind of kindness, this fondness with yourself, because we really don't look in the mirror all the time intentionally. It's probably just like when we're putting on an outfit or something quick, like our mind is elsewhere, versus if you actually take the time and you actually go in the mirror and you actually sit there and say your affirmations, or you actually stare, or you actually, again, grow a fondness with yourself. So mirror work, it can be practiced in like different ways. I feel like for me, I don't practice it the traditional way because honestly, I don't say affirmations in the mirror. I don't like list or say like a list of certain affirmations. I pretty much just love the mirror and I just love looking at myself in it. I used to always do it, but then I became more intentional about it. I think the main point of mirror work is just to basically, again, use your reflection as a way of pouring into yourself in a positive way. So I think that you can do it any way you'd like, as long as you're being positive to yourself in the mirror. The wrong way to do it would be like if you get in the mirror, and again, this is something that like if you get in the mirror and you are picking yourself apart, you're being judgmental, criticizing yourself, that shows that you still have inner work and you still have a lot of shadow work to do within yourself, which again is why either way, if you get in the mirror and you're like, I'm not really feeling this, or like you start again judging yourself or anything like that, then like, okay, now you have some shadow work and some inner work to do, which is good because now you took the time to do it. And if you get in the mirror and you're like, oh, I love this, like I love saying some stuff, and you grow that fondness with yourself, it's good too. So either way, like if you do mirror work and it's like it has a negative turnout, it's okay because now you're aware of like the things you may need to work on. And then if you do it and it's positive, obviously that's positive. So I feel like either way it goes, it'll be good for you if you view it in a certain perspective, if you take the positive out of both outcomes. Once I like started to raise my awareness and my consciousness, and like I changed my lifestyle and lost weight and changed my body and things like that, I started to look in the mirror more. Obviously before then, I wasn't really looking in the mirror. I wasn't like trying to look in the mirror because like I didn't like what I see, which again, that was something that I needed to work on. So I worked on myself and I started to learn things, again, change my lifestyle, change my diet, change my body, the way it looks, everything like that, how I feel about myself. And so in turn, I just gravitated towards the mirror more, obviously, because I liked what I saw. I would just stare at the mirror for like long periods of time, because I was also in shock of like my growth. I was in shock of like how much I had grown, how much I had changed, how much my body had changed, how much my aura, my glow, everything, like how much it changed. So I was in the mirror way more often. And then I found out this was an actual practice. And then when I found out it was an actual practice, it made sense because I started to see like, okay, yeah, you are a bit more confident now. When you're out, you're your highest self, like you're a better person. So yeah, after I found out that this was a practice, I would go into like the mirror and I would just like stare into my eyes, and like I would like stare very deeply and like look at all the parts of me and like everything, because again, before, like obviously I was just in the mirror because I looked better, but I wasn't like being intentional about it. I just was like, oh, this, she looking good, why am I looking at me, like, or dance or some shit, whatever. Like when I found out it was a practice, I became more intentional about it. So I'm like, oh, I'm about to like stare into my eyes, I'm about to like look at all my parts, all my pores, on my face, like everything, so that I can grow like a fondness with myself, see everything and still be in love and like reflect back to myself. And like honestly, I don't say like a list of affirmations, but I definitely like will get in the mirror and be like, oh my god, you're so pretty, like wow, like this is crazy, like like stuff like that, like little things like that. When I'm dancing in the mirror, now I dance in the mirror more often. I am very like intentional about that, like seeing myself in my element, playing my favorite songs. Like I have a whole hour and a half, 2-hour session of just me dancing in the mirror, like, and I consider that mirror work, like just me dancing, being a bad bitch, seeing myself like, be sexy, be cute, be like having fun, like how I look having fun. And again, I think that just allows me to fall in love with myself. I get to basically be other people, like I get to see myself, because we don't get to see ourselves. Like other people get to see us, but we don't get to see ourselves. And so now like I'm in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I see why like people like me. I'm like, I see why people like me. Like I see why people like, I see what other people see. Cause one person To be honest, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but like, you know, I have a lot of friends. Like, I have a lot of friends. A lot of people like to be around me. Like, I have good energy. Like, you know, I've been told that, and like, you know, I agree with it because, you know, I look in the mirror and I see myself and I'm like, yeah, like I would want to be around her too. Like, I think I'm lit. So to be honest, like the mirror just affirms it for me. And that's why I love to do mirror work. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world. And I think it's very beneficial. I think everybody can like benefit from, you know, doing some type of mirror work. Like I said, there's no set way of doing it. You can just do it however you want to do it. But yeah, I just honestly recommend going into the mirror. You can definitely say affirmations. You can get a list of affirmations you can say to yourself. And you can definitely just get in there and just look at your reflection and grow a fondness and a love with yourself, and also see if you need to work on some things while you're in the mirror. For me, it has definitely upped my confidence. I definitely feel like, again, I see the beauty in me because I look in the mirror and I look at my reflection. I see that person and I'm like, you know, I love that person. Like, I love that girl. And like, you know, like I want to be around that girl. Like, she has good energy. She's fun, you know. I also get to like practice my sexual appeal. I get to like, you know, see myself in my element. I get to wear like a nice outfit. Again, like I said, I'll be having 2-hour sessions just in the mirror, just me, just being myself. And I just highly recommend it. My favorite is like when I have on like a good fit, like, and I'll just have on this like good fit. I'm about to wear a party and I just sit in the mirror and I just, you know, do my thing before the party. Like, it's just like a vibe. Like, and I always do that because I just feel like, again, it puts me in my element. Like, it just makes me feel like a bad bitch. It makes me feel really, really good. So apparently there's a book called Mirror Work, 21 Days to Heal Your Life. It's by a woman named Louise Hayes. I haven't read the book, but I actually really want to read it because I'm learning again that this is a practice. And so I really want to read that. You guys, or if you have ever read the book or you've heard of it, let me know what you think. It's like a 21-day program, and it's like, you know, it has like the practices of how to do mirror work and like, you know, again, for you to develop your self-love. I like to do it the way I like to do it. I do want to learn that way, so I definitely think I'm going to pick up that book. But other than that, I just highly recommend mirror work. Like, I just highly recommend getting in the mirror and just facing yourself and, you know, finding the beauty in yourself, like just seeing what other people see and like, you know, just getting in there. I think that it has been very beneficial to me. It has made me more confident. I go in the mirror, people might think that's vain. They might be like, oh, you look at yourself too much or da-da-da, whatever the case. I don't care. I get in it and I just be looking in it. Anytime I walk past a mirror, I'm in it. Anytime I see a mirror, and you don't got a mirror in the spot, pack it up. Like, how don't you have a mirror? Especially a spot. Like, if I need to look at myself, I need to see what I look like, you know. And I don't think it's vain. I don't think it has anything to do with you not being confident or you just always want to look like. I just think that I love me. Why wouldn't I want to see me? Why wouldn't I want to look at me? Like, why wouldn't I want to look at my fit? I put on a good fit. Like, why wouldn't I want to look at my good fit? Like, what's the problem? So again, I just recommend mirror work if you lack a little bit of self-confidence, or, you know, sometimes you're not feeling like very good about yourself. Get in the mirror and imagine telling yourself like these negative things like in the mirror. Like, that's just gonna make you feel worse. Whereas like if you say positive things, it's gonna make you feel better because you're looking at your reflection and you're looking at yourself. I think mirror work is great, and I'm so glad we got to talk about this. This was just like a quick little video that I wanted to like just talk about mirror work because I talked about it on TikTok a little bit, and like people were asking me what it was. So I just wanted to give a little bit of an in-depth video of what it is and how I do it and how it's worked for me. If I do decide to get the book and read it and everything, I will definitely, you know, let you guys know what I find and let you know what my thoughts are and what it's done to me if I actually, you know, do the 21-day program and everything like that.